Today's discourse is on awakening. We will be continuing this series for who knows how long, forever, maybe. I'm sorry, but it's a process, and that's why. It's a process, and for each person, it's a different process, or slightly different, but there's guideposts. So today we're going to be talking about, especially with this full moon in Pisces and Virgo, Pisces is this very spiritual, water, so it's these high vibration emotions, and then Virgo is the earth, and it's more analytical and grounded energy. So how can we allow this to help us on our path to awakening? And this isn't just during this time. This is something that we can do all the time, as things arise. We are given this earthly experience, and it's filled with so many different kinds of experience, so many emotions, so many thoughts, patterns. Our physical body, our spiritual nature, our DNA, how we interact with other people. Our life is filled with all of these experiences. As we awaken, we have the opportunity to look at these experiences and ultimately transmute them and transmute our energy to a higher vibration. So, what does this mean? We have all kinds of experiences. And our experiences affect us on a lot of different levels. So, losing a loved one, or abuse, or being raised in a financially abundant family, or, falling off your bicycle. It could be any experience. And those experiences that really impacted us usually come to the forefront periodically, or they're our story, the story that we hang on to. I know Louise Hay talks about, or Carolyn Myss, they talk about restoring what happened to you, or what your story is. And we also talk about this in the Spirit of the Lotus in terms of perspective. So let's say you're learning how to ride a bike, and your parent, gives you a pushes you off with the seat, you feel a jolt, and then you crash. Okay, I know it's not funny, but I mean, it's this one little moment in time where it could give you, a variety of feelings. You might feel sad when you hit the ground. You might have a bruise or a scratch. You might have this emotional thing like, you let go of me, I can't do this, reaction. to the experience, these immediate impulsive reactions. So it creates like a pattern in our, we start to create a pattern like in our DNA. And they're already doing research about this, about how experiences are passed down through the DNA and they affect people throughout time. So even that experience of falling off the bike, not necessarily the falling off the bike part, but the jolt and the uncontrollable, feeling, and the letting go and the falling over, that could be from another experience that our ancestors had before us that's manifesting itself in a new way. I mean, it appears new, but it's not new. So, and we've been learning, what does this do to us? We don't want our parent or our loved one or whoever's caring for us to let us go. Anytime we experience that speed, that press forward, we might go into a place of panic, like I'm gonna fall. And then the falling over, and so it's like recreating itself over and over in different ways, unless we choose to awaken to the nature of the experience. And it's not judgment. It's not a judgment of good or bad. Like, this experience was bad, this experience was good. You could have this great experience that creates a mindset in yourself that you don't need to do anything towards your dream, something that appears very good, but it actually may prevent, growth. So there's no judgment. There's no judgment. It's all love, period. It's all love, no judgment, no judging the experiences, no comparing or anything. So, spiritually speaking, first we want to talk about, like, if you see a beautiful rock on the ground and you pick it up, maybe you look at it, and then you put it in your pocket, you ask permission, put it in your pocket, and you carry on. So what happens if we keep doing this? And we see all these different rocks. Ooh, this is a strange one. This one is different. This one is ugly, but I like it. This one is beautiful. This one, we start going through, and all of a sudden, like, we're just have too many rocks. We have too many rocks. We need to learn when, and I'm not talking to crystal lovers out there, okay? This is just an example because we love rocks, but there comes a point where, we have to take the rocks out of our pocket and put them aside. Because we're carrying too many burdens. All of these experiences create this, if we don't address it, creates this like packed on burden energy. We're carrying around this experience and we're carrying around this experience, and it's just weighing us down. It's too much. Christ said, let your burden be light. And it's not easy. We're not saying it's easy to let the burdens down. It's a process, and it's a process of awakening. But it's, taking a moment, some time to really look at, what am I carrying around? What patterns has my life taught me? And from my past karma, from my, that I've brought forth and manifested in this life, to transmute this energy so that I can be joyful, so that we can be loving unconditionally, so that we can move and be free, like truly free. So with this awakening and these experiences, it's like this is probably the hardest part, because we don't want to take responsibility for it. It could be something that happened, that you feel happened to you, something that you had nothing to do with it. It just was a circumstance of life. We have to take responsibility for our reaction and how it impacted us. So even if if we're not prepared to fully accept the responsibility of the experience, we can start by accepting the responsibility of our reaction and what we do with our reaction. Do we create a rut with it? Do we hang on to it? Do we put it in our pocket and just keep walking around with it and start to experience the physical, emotional, mental side effects of carrying all this stuff around? So as we're awakening, as we're looking at our experiences, do the work needed to transmute the energy and to turn the darkness into light. And physician, heal thyself. This work impacts everyone. And, give it to God. If there's something that we feel like we can't handle, some emotion, whatever is coming up, hand it over. Trust the God, the universe, the universal energies. We're not here alone. And on one last note, we often talk about, we pray that we're thankful for what we have, what we give, and what we receive. These experiences that we have in our life are gifts. They are gifts. Again, no judgment, good or bad. It's not about a good gift or that's a terrible gift, I didn't want that, or yes, that's the best gift. It's all, it's all love. So one thing as we're awakening is to receive. We can be so caught up in giving, doing, having, that we don't realize that we're blocking out these gifts that are coming in. And we know a lot of spiritual teachers talk about suffering and pain. And yes, things can come with that pain and suffering. And we're asking that it be, and that it's been asked before, way before us, but that those painful suffering experiences, let them in. It doesn't mean let them take over. It means if something is being handed to you, it's in front of you, and like say it's a painful memory, trust in God that there's a reason why it's being handed to you at that moment. If there's it's a lot easier, well, I shouldn't even say that. It's not easier or difficult. If love is being offered to you, if, the holy beings come and offer you some real, this love, that you are loved, receive it. We need to also, we're a channel, and everything is going back to the source. So all these things that come up, don't block them with fear. Don't block them with stress and resistance. Don't resist. And through the Rainbow Bridge, through the practices, we transmute the energies to a higher vibration, and we accept the gift, and we grow, and we move, and we gain understanding. And it is, these powerful experiences in our life. So don't reject these things that come to you in your life experiences, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, because it's all on the path of this awakening, and it's all just helping us to serve and to love and to be happy, to be one with the Spirit, to hear God's little voice, that helps you move forward. So, put the burdens down, transmute them into light, accept what is given, and transmutate that energy, and do it in love. Do it with love, not with a heavy stick. Do it with love. Love yourself. Laugh. Don't take it so seriously. Like, laugh. You can laugh at yourself, laugh at other people. Maybe I shouldn't say laugh at other people, but in a good way, like loving, and, to help this whole planet raise our vibration. It's joy and love, and it starts right here, and it's all laid out before us. And it's our choice to what we do with it. So God bless you, and prepare for a deep level meditation.